week's episode is dedicated to Odin's right eye. How the hell does that guy keep that eye patch on his face? Did he just find a golden seashell on the shores of Asgard and shove it in his eye socket? Does he go to the same lens crafters as Morpheus? I think he does. Hey everybody, welcome back to Sticky Floor Friday, the internet movie show that found Thor light and fluffy, but ultimately slight. I think a good test of a movie is listening to yourself describe it to someone else. So when I talk about Thor, I say, oh yeah, he's a god who has unlimited powers and he swings a hammer, and he's cast out of Asgard for being a cocky dick, and sent to Earth to perform slapstick comedy on a movie set in the middle of the desert. And ultimately that's where Thor loses me, because for a movie that spans many different worlds, it feels really small, and I attribute that to the storyline deficient Earth stuff. Now, maybe they thought the Asgard segments would be really epic and would more than make up for everything that happens on Earth, but it's not really the case. Everything there is kind of decent, but there's no memorable villain. Like, the Frost Giants are okay, the Destroyer is big and menacing, but he has no personality, and I felt like Loki's turn could have been more of a slow burn. It's kind of like, you know from the beginning that he's kind of a weaselly bad guy. And, you know, you need a good villain in these movies. So I would say better than Iron Man 2, not as good as Iron Man 1 or Spider-Man 2, maybe on par with The Incredible Hulk. Alright, let's get to the movies coming out today. First up is Bridesmaids, or as everyone else is calling it, The Hangover for Ladies, which doesn't really make any sense at all, because I know a ton of women who love The Hangover. So what does that make this movie? And I know what you're saying, you don't know a ton of women, and you're right, not yet, but I am going to when I go to Bridesmaids by myself, and then I leave the theater a couple minutes early, and I go hide behind a cardboard cutout, and I wait for the ladies to come out, and they're talking about the movie, and then I slide up to them, and I just say, I know, right? You want to see the ceiling of my bedroom? It's foolproof, I think. I think any lady... By the way, these were Raisinets. I was offering Raisinets, because I know the ladies are always conscious about diets, and the less I talk about ladies, the better. The reviews for this movie are off the chart. It's produced by Judd Apatow. It's got a host of really funny women, and it's got a side of a delicious John Hamm. Most comedies starring women today either involve 60-year-old materialistic spinsters or dim-witted stereotypes. And this is a smart, funny comedy starring funny women, and I hope it starts a trend. I am going to see it, and not just because of my plot to steal women and bring them back to my place. Finally, we have Priest, an unfortunate third or fourth tier comic book film that really just looks hokey. I mean, the guy's got a tattoo of a cross on his face. That's frowned upon in normal society, let alone the papal community? Could you imagine getting First Communion from that guy? Freak me out, man. Now, I keep getting confused with this movie and Legion, which also starred Paul Bettany, but in that one he was an ass-kicking angel, and in this one he's an ass-kicking priest. And to be honest, there's only one source that I go to for my ass-kicking priests, and that's Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. And this 5-second clip, I guarantee you, is more entertaining than everything that's in Priest.
I kick ass for the Lord!
Alright, time for 3 questions. Number 1, what the hell is holding Odin's eye patch in place? Chewed up bubblegum? Number 2, name me one genuinely funny, smart, female-centric comedy. Maybe a John Hughes movie? And number 3, NBC rejected Wonder Woman. Did anyone not see that coming?